What is good, family? Welcome back and good morning to all of you. I see already the people coming in, just like we said last night. What is up, everybody? Throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak. Go ahead and throw those A's in the chat if you could hear your boy speak. Man, let's get this thing rolling this morning. Oh my goodness, what do we have to look at today? Of course, guys, actually, you know what? I want to point out a ticker that we were just looking at last night. That was actually analyst Sebastian Lim bringing out this ticker and letting us know that, you know what, it's got an opportunity. So let's go ahead and show the screen here and take a look at this freaking monster. Oh my goodness, man, this thing has ran big time in the pre-market, right? Take a look at this, opening up at 1061, making a rip all the way up to almost 20 cents, marking off a massive 130% gain, I believe, right, just by eyeballing it, and then retracing just about 50% of that return. Where is it sitting? Guys, I think that this could be the beginning of a continuation for this ticker. It does feel like it could come back and it could get shorted all the way back down. It's all good, but I do think that there could be a continuation on this. So let's go ahead and look at volatility versus momentum here before we take a look at the situation between AMC and GME and see what's really up, right? So this is your volatility indicator here. It is just, man, it's showing us a huge upside pivot. Yeah, we're getting expansion as well on the 8-hour time frame, guys. There could be still some go at it on this. Let's pull out volatility versus momentum on the 8-hour now on a big pain. Yep. It's looking pretty good here, looking pretty good there. Let's look at the hourly time frame and see what's up. Let me get rid of this thing. All right, man. So yeah, huge pullback in this. Let's see what it looks like on the bi-hourly time frame. And on the 3-hour time frame, you know what? This could be building it actually looks like it could be building a bull flag here. Immediate short-term time frame downside. I can see already the pullback zones. I can see already where it's going to try to kind of pick up the pace here, right? So if we are trying to get potentially long on this ticker, I'm going to support the same. Are you guys really not seeing me? Tahoe Joe, go ahead and 3 days now. Whoa, sorry about that, brother. Oh, you know what, Tahoe Joe, I'm really sorry about that. You know what? I think I got a little bit of a fix for you. But guys, what I do think is happening there is that there could be a change. I mean, I'm gonna have to do this real quick, you guys, and I think it actually will be better for Tahoe Joe, right? So please just go ahead and take a look at the screen in just a second right there, and I should be displaying a different thing for you. Did it work? Oh, nice. Good deal. All right. So what I'm going to say here is I'm going to support the original entries that we spoke of just last night when we were talking about GME and AMC, right? So it's going to be right around that 1015. I would say 4 zones, actually. 1015 to 922. Backup zone would be 866 to 796. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC's price action over the last few hours here, right, since the early pre-market. Let's go ahead and pull up the 8-hour time frame and see what's goody. So here we go. All right, let's just go ahead and expand the view here and see what's good. Let's see. No, let me cancel that real quick. And currently sitting at a valuation of about $5.07. It looks like it did get some downside here from the previous close, right? The previous close yesterday was $5.48. It is presently gapped down to $5.07. But if we look at the hourly time frame, it looks like we ended up getting that bounce that we were looking for, right? We definitely came down to this area to the area that we looked for. We bounced right off of the resistance that we were looking for right in here too, a little bit higher. We still came back down to that area that we said as well and actually bounced way beyond it. So it looks like it's trying to invalidate the dead cat bounce that we spoke of yesterday. So far, every single price point we spoke of has been met except for this break. Okay, so this is actually pretty bullish. If it is going to continue to the upside, there could be a probability for this thing to close its gap from the day before. How is that possible? Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily time frame and see about that, right? Let's get rid of the drawings here so that we can just see price action at its raw, right? So take a look at this. This is the daily candle from yesterday. This is our close, traditional at 548, sitting right now at 507. This gap here is the one that I'm talking about, right? So there is a difference between 507 and 508 and 548 for price action to come up and actually get a little bit of a fill here. Now, here's going to be the deal, though. Here is the deal. What is it going to do after we fill the gap? Is it going to be a gap and go, or is it going to be a gap fill reversal? What are we going to do about that? So this is actually some of the things that we're going to have to observe while live trading here, team, okay? So what I'm doing here for you guys on YouTube is that I am going to display this to you. What is up, Kevin? Good to see you there. Sorry, guys. I'm just realizing that I'm not saying hi to the family, right? What's up, Kevin? Federico, what's up, my dude? Amolfo, what's up? What's up? B, good to see you there, man. And I did see you there last night, actually in the stream as well. Very good to see you. JD Nettles, what's good? Daryl, always good to see you there, man. And yeah, guys, and of course, let me just give you visibility here to what the team is looking like on the Discord side. So go ahead and feast your eyes right over there. So this is actually presently the Discord team. It's going to get even more full as the day goes, right? So this is presently where everyone is sitting. So this is what I'm going to do yet again. I'm going to go ahead and actually put myself in the landing pad, but this is where you're going to be coming into right here, right around here. You're going to get this tag when you subscribe through a PC or laptop, okay? Do not use your phone because it won't let you do it, and then everything will be accessible through your phone. First on the laptop, subscribe is going to be a 2-minute process, and then come back on your laptop, on your phones, and then everything will be cool, right? So we're going to create a no limit generated link here, and I'm going to paste it right into the YouTube chat. So go ahead and hit that link right in the chat so you can join the ARCa Bulls team this morning. I'm going to be live here only until about an hour from now. It's going to be till about 7:05. I wanted to give you a preview over what we do during the day, even if we don't have that much volatility. And I will say that it actually may be the better thing for us to experience while we do this like a presentation, right? Maybe the lesser volatility would be the best thing here so that we're not so cluttered and I can't pay attention to you guys inside of the YouTube stream, right? So let's just go ahead and get this screen right back in to the charts and we'll take a look at what's up. What's up, Ryan T? Good to see you there, my bro. Very happy for you to join us in the stream today. At least it's going to be a little bit of a stream here, but it's all good. Presently, price action falling beneath the 499. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at GME and see what it's doing for us right now as well, right? So we just said that AMC is currently trying to invalidate that dead cat bounce, which is usually something that gives us a further downside target as far as psychological formations are concerned. GME, hourly time frame here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that very same thing as well, right? So here was our plan. We were thinking that this would be the dead cat bounce. We would see some lower end targets. Also, GME is trying to invalidate that dead cat as well. Currently sitting at 34.30. I'm going to give you the visibility here to what it looked like at the close or from the close of yesterday, right? So we're in the middle of pre-market right now, still around 15 minutes to market open. So we're going to go ahead and get these things ready for us too, right? So here you go. This is yesterday's close at 39.55. We are presently sitting right down here on the yellow line of 34.14 or 34.15. This is typically what tends to happen when we gap down like this, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $5 out of the money right now. We're noticing here that the ATR could reach a daily range of around $6.12. Sure, I can definitely see this thing gapping down right over here. We're going to do a full ATR retracement, close that gap at 39.59, followed by a continuation to the downside and eventually breaking that 31.04 to coming back down here. The question here is going to be, are we going to invalidate our daily ATR? If we are, that means that we'll be able to do a gap reversal, right? We're going to do a gap fill, and then we're going to go and continue on to that upside. But if that's not the case, team, we are definitely going to meet our daily ATR here and top out somewhere around this section here and then continue on to the downside. So please be very careful how we perform this leading into market open, okay? There's going to be extreme volatility. It's only going to be for the first 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then it's going to die down, and then the actual real trading would actually begin. Remember this, I'm going to give you guys a tip, and one that I haven't, yeah, that's right, Angel, that is 100% right. This is, yeah, it hasn't short squeezed yet. This has been a gamma ramp. right? We have pushed some shorts out of the way, but it's helping the gamma perspective really come up. In fact, the $500 valuation that you saw in February 2021 was also a gamma squeeze. Okay, so yeah, if this thing actually does have some squeeze in it, it's going to be a lot different than what you're observing right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the continuation for price action here. Okay, team. So I'm going to give you this tip. I was just telling you. The tip is that usually when you're practicing the first 30 minutes of the trade intraday, the moment that market opens, traditional hours, you're going to have a little bit of room to be able to trade outside of the normal rules. What do I mean by that? Well, usually when you're day trading, you want to mark off your prior day's low, which is right here at $31, and you also want to mark off your prior day's high, which is right above here. So this is going to be your 42.41, right? This is your pre-market high at this location here, 37.35. Mark off those areas there because these are going to be the inflection points for price action to get some continuation. Your pre-market low is located right about here. So let's just make sure that pre-market is colored slightly different so that we are able to keep in line or keep a track of this in the short term, right? Why am I doing this? Because usually breakout or breakdown traders use the break of these areas here for continuation to the upside or downside without validations only for the first 30 minutes of the trade. It does not work every single time. We have to observe volatility when the market does open. All right, so let's go ahead and just get some different lines in here and make sure that we can mark off our pre-market high and low, and then also keep, actually it's just a little bit lower, the red candle right down here, right? Also the prior day's high and prior day's low, right? So you can see here that we're already very near the prior day's low. If there is going to be a continuation on this, that means that the dead cat was not looked at on the 4-hour time frame, or hourly, sorry. It could have been a 4-hour. There it is. Maybe even a 3. This is that dead cat, right? If we're going to get that downside, sure, let's go ahead and get this test right around the 31.06. We're going to fall down to this area here. And this will be the overall tell over where, if actually that dead cat bounce realizes or not, right? So we're going to wait for this thing to bounce right from this area in here, 27.34 to 25.53. During that run, you are looking at a potential 3 to 5 point gainer by getting long some puts, right? So I'm talking about some very short-term options contracts. Careful, right? Careful. They're going to be pretty expensive. We have next day expiries right now. This is going to be very volatile and very dangerous, especially when we're observing closures and expiries tomorrow, major expiries tomorrow. Okay, so I don't want you to get trapped. I want you to make sure that you can stop out almost immediately. My personal preferences to stop out on options contracts is usually between 20-25% on day trades. Okay, so make sure to keep your risk tight. If it's not working out for you, pull it out, realize that loss immediately before it becomes a bigger loss, and then we'll be able to practice again and again, and we'll make sure to concentrate a larger win and leave those tiny losses all concentrated and collected, right? So this way you can be able to measure your losses at the end of the quarter, at the end of the semi-annual close, at the end of the year. Okay, you leave those losses small. You make sure to keep the winners big. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Daryl saying GME runs next week. Tomorrow options will expire worthless, in my honest opinion, because market makers games, right? We will go up to $18 or we'll go to 18 or to 20 on Friday. It doesn't sound like it's too far-fetched. I gotta say, man. Hey, what's up, Jennifer? Good to see you here. Very good morning to you. I gotta say that, yeah, you know what? There is the probability for us to face some further downside on this because of that, right? Also, the fact is that some people really don't think that could be the case. But I will tell you that it's not a matter of thinking or not, or the market makers pulling it on us or not. It doesn't matter. The problem here is that if we have a lot of educated traders, they're the ones that are going to pull out and risk off during this period. It doesn't matter what you feel. It doesn't matter what you want. It's just the flat truth, right? So if we have educated traders, they're going to pull out. They're going to be risk off during this moment, risk on back when it's actually at a fair valuation and at a good enough valuation to get long this stock and take it to the upside. Do not buy the $34 burger at McDonald's. Do not buy that. So I'm going to go ahead and express one more time here for you the ARCa Bulls link, please go ahead and hit that, because I'm not going to be streaming like this, guys. This is actually a one-off that I'm doing here for you. I'm going to do these once in a blue moon, right? So I can be able to show you what we're doing, how we're observing the markets day in and day out, right? So, okay, all right, it's saying Peggy is running. If you could look at it, that would be great. My brother, absolutely. That was actually something that we did look at just a little bit earlier. Please remember that we were already observing potential continuation to this asset last night. We were, in fact, putting a target of around 1576, but it looks like it continued to the upside even still, right? It went just above our targets, 1982, and now it's pulling back 50%. Heads up on this, right? It does have some further downside. I do think that there could be some potential entries yet again within this realm, okay? So just be careful. 1015 to 922, and then the bottom side is going to be your 864 to, or 866 to 796. We went over this just about 20 minutes ago, right? So yeah, good job on that one, buddy. But yes, we were able to call this upside last night, and we were able to get a huge 120% gainer on that already. Actually, it's the analyst, Sebastian Lim. I'm pretty sure he already took his profits, man. So he's definitely doing good. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at GME once again, and AMC actually. So, okay, it actually came back up above the 499 zone, and I'm wondering what's happening in the broader markets that could be affecting the price action of both GME and AMC. Let's take a look at the SPY and see what's going on, right? So the daily time frame SPY, this is going to be your S&P 500 index, right? 529.92, presently gapped up, but moving back down from the prior day's high. I want you to know that we ended up reaching highs of about 530, almost 31 here in the pre-market. So there is a pullback to be figured. We are still gapped up from the close. So that means that this downside pressure may continue until we get that gap closure, which is very close now. Market open will be here in about 5 minutes. And guys, this thing may actually, ooh, man, I think this thing may actually keep on ripping to the upside. This is another opportunity for us to look at, but I will tell you this. I personally am staying away from traditional trading and broader market trading like the SPY, because this is usually what I trade. I usually trade the SPY. I usually trade Nvidia, Meta, Tesla, Microsoft, all of those tickers, but right now I'm feeling a little hesitant. Why? Because the markets are completely overinflated. It's overvalued. I don't know where we're going. We're in the middle of the freaking $500 area. The 530 is enough for me to put a why not thesis on it. It's 550, right? And in fact, we have a bull flag already in the weekly time frame that supports that target. So what does that mean for GME and AMC? That means that if the broader markets are supporting an upside, that means that this can also give it an upside, right? So this is your bull flag measured move. Let's go ahead and just take that into consideration. Sorry about that, team. A biggity, right? So this is going to be your measured move on that bull flag, right? So let's go ahead and place it right there. And that is giving you a valuation of what? 557.06. The why not thesis is confluent. Let's go ahead and take a look at a Fibonacci ratio on this and see if we can get this to meet any type of fib retracement. We're going to use the width, right? The total height of that bull flag. So let's go ahead and see if we have any confluence here. Well, we definitely do. We have that 2 fib landing perfectly at 557.05, and we're talking about 557.06. Naturally, we have to go ahead and pair it with your 2.272 Fibonacci ratio. Let's go ahead and point it out just like that, right? That's going to be your 566.25 to the bottom side of about 557, like the one that we just spoke about, right? 557.05, 06, right around there. This is the potential targets that we can realize, but I will tell you again, I think that the broader markets are completely overvalued, and it's hard for me to trace. It's hard for me to trade like I usually do. I'm usually trading the SPY. We're usually trading the Qs. We're usually trading Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, all of the Mag 7, and we're also trading tickers around it that have huge volatility, that have huge ATRs, right? Average true range. That tells you how much an asset moves day in and day out. All right, so KD is saying, okay, click the link and it says now available to purchase on mobile device. Not available. Yes, that's right, KD. That's why I said a little bit earlier to make sure to subscribe using your laptop or your computer, and then everything will be available on your mobile device. Discord is still a little bit, I think they're a little prehistoric by doing that, right? So market open here, team, is going to be in less than 3 minutes. Keep your eyes peeled over what price action does at that open, okay? So let's go ahead and pull this into the daily time frame. get ourselves ready to see the potentials of that. So we are currently sitting right here at 33.75 GME, AMC currently sitting at 501. Remember, the gap fill for AMC is going to be the 548. Why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and put some alerts on that in case we're looking at another ticker or in case we're looking at GME and this thing just continues. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this point right here. Now, remember, GME is the one that has potentials. I wouldn't do it on AMC. I think GME has the potentials to be day traded while you hold your long holds, right? So if you can siphon from the market and get some more liquidity and get some more capital for your portfolio, sure, you can use it. You know what? Somebody else told me, oh man, ARCa, you know what, dude? I actually made some entries and exits based on your call outs, and I think you did very good. Thank you so much, my bro. Now I have more entry liquidity to really dive into GME next, right? So go ahead and notice that we are going to open the market here in just about a minute and a half, and we'll be doing pretty good. All right, team. So here we go. Let's see, 33.82, AMC sitting at 503, and the broader markets, I believe, are already at their break even. So the gap has been closed. That means that we may actually open up at the valuation of the prior day close. That could very, very well be it, right? So Big H, we have a live mic, my brother. Please go ahead and mute that mic, Big H. Mute that mic, buddy. So, yeah, thank you, Smoke Screen. Looking good. Thank you guys for doing that real quick. And of course, please remember, team, if your mic is muted in the ARCa Bulls trading team, remember, I can always unmute it later. Just make sure to type in the chat and you'll be able to see it. Guys, for those of you in YouTube, let me just go ahead and show you what it's looking like now. This is the trading floor getting a little more full, right? We have a lot of people in here right now, and this is where we're able to see my stream right up here, right? So we're going over these plays together live every single day. That's CoinFox in there, that's Cryptic Trader, OGG down there, options. We got a lot of people in here that are able to help with the situation, all right? And I will say a lot of talented master students are in here as well. So let's go ahead and pull this back. Market is about to open here in about 9 seconds. Let's see how everything behaves. Now look at this. We're actually gapped up on the SPY 529.92. That's telling me that there we go. Let's see if we're going to get that top out at 530.08, pull back down to the 529.77, and we'll be able to get that going. So price action here has opened up at 33.98. So now we're going to see if we're going to close the gap towards the upside here towards 39.48, or if we're going to touch down on support first at 34.01 and then make our way back up. AMC as well, kind of dormant here, right? We are very close to this bottom side right here, team. The reason why I'm telling you that we could retrace into getting the closure that usually happens when the next candle opens. This is a daily valuation here, and we usually retrace 50% of the prior candle. 50% of that prior candle is located at the prior day's close, 548. We could actually still even move up a little higher, maybe 573, whatever this valuation is here. Actually, it would be 562 at the top end of this area here, right? So we're going to go ahead and mark off just another line right there just in case, and then we'll be able to practice this. So let's take a look at GME now and see what it's doing, right? So yeah, go ahead and take a look at this. It's starting to try to make those moves to the upside, which usually means that we're going to be able to catch ourselves to close that gap in to that next day. Let's see what the SPY is doing now against this. So take a look at the SPY. It's also making an upside move here, and it is supporting GME and AMC's upside, right? It is not impervious to what we're doing here. Lineman, you got a live mic. Please go ahead and mute that mic immediately. We just want to make sure that we can express all the good news here to the team. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and take a look at now back to AMC and GME. Look at this. It is actually practicing what we spoke of, right? We're speaking of that upside first, close that gap at 548. It doesn't have to happen like this. It's resisting right now because of this candle here. And yes, I am observing the daily time frame. I'm not on a 1 minute. I'm not on a 5 minute. I want to know what the daily is going to do because this is our target, right? So I will be patient. I'm going to notice here price action in a very large valuation. Let's go ahead and take a look at Peggy. Right, take a look at this. Peggy is actually making a break and continuation to the upside. We called this play based on based on our analyst, Sebastian Lim, telling us that this ticker has huge upside. It is already up massively on the day and in the pre-market. So take a look at this. It is currently sitting at 72.78% up on the day. If you were able to catch entry on this somehow based on our call, congratulations, team. But I will say that this was going to be a little bit of a tough one to call out. I think that this still has further upside to go, especially since we're here. Look at all that. There's literally nothing in the way, and this could give us some passive, or not even passive, this could give us a massive gain while we're waiting for AMC and GME to do their little dance, right? So take a look at AMC right here, still battling that potential upside. GME should be doing around the same thing too, okay? Now, if I'm going to go ahead and take you into the immediate short term, remember the play that we spoke of for GME. We spoke of intraday. If we're going to break above the pre-market high, which is going to be right around here, the 37.35, there is a play for us to get long short term while we hold our shares, of course, right? 37.37 to the high of day of 42.39. That's going to be a massive 4 or 5 point move there, right? If we start breaking below, I don't think that we should get the long puts at 32.25. In fact, I think the safer play would be to break the prior day's low at 31 and then look at realizing this dead cat bounce at least to its 50% retrace to 25.53 to 27.34. We are just playing the momentum while we hold our shares for long, right? In case we have a massive squeeze like everyone is saying, we're going to hold our shares there, but we are also going to be proactive about realizing the hedge as well. We want to make sure to maintain ourselves delta positive so that we have enough liquidity to dive in case we want some more shares or acquire some more shares for GME and or AMC. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upside targets here for ticker symbol PEGY as we wait for AMC and GME to do their little dance right there. So I will say, team, that this is it is a little bit hard to determine some upside targets for now. If we combat the upside here and beat that 1972 of the pre-market, there is a chance to realize our overall profits into this target here. But I will say that this feels exhausted because of what it did inside of the pre-market. 2189 to 2364. And also remember this, it's possible that this could have already made its move for today, and then it's going to make its move continuing tomorrow because the signals on this are very, very, very strong. Okay, so let's go ahead and now make sure that we can put some fibs on this and validate that top end, right? So let's go ahead and do it from the range high to the range low, just like this, and take a look at that right perfectly. Our discretion is meeting the bottom side of our target, 2189, and look at the 1.618, 2180, right at the 2.618 golden mean. Guys, if you don't know what the Fibonacci ratio means, I would like to encourage you to just search on YouTube, literally on Google or anywhere, just search meaning of the 618, okay? And you will see that this is a ratio, or the Fibonacci sequence is something that's used universally in the world, around the world. The 618 is literally the meaning of life. All right, so I'm going to just leave you with that mathematical perspective. Here are geometrics, right? So we're going to use these levels to use as confluence against discretionary targets that we have listed. Okay, so this is our probabilities for today. If we start combating and converting this area here as support, sure, I definitely see the 31.66 to 38 cent level before reaching the resistance right up here at around 46.03. Guys, this is a massive play. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC now and see what it's doing. All right, so we have not covered our gap just yet, but it is continuing to the downside. Now, if we go back into the immediate short, where is that downside located? Just like we did for GME, let's go ahead and mark off the pre-market low, right? So this is going to be your pre-market low right down here, right? We're going to get rid of the drawings from the initial thing that we did. This is your pre-market low. And your prior day's high is located right above here. So I'm going to go ahead and move this yellow line here since we know that the prior day's high is there. Prior day low is in fact right down here. So we're going to color this yellow too. Notice what I'm doing with the colors, okay? The colors are everything to me. That means that I know that if I have a yellow solid line down here, that will always mean that it's my prior day's high or prior day's low, right? If it's going to be a teal line, this is going to be your pre-market high or your pre-market low, right? So this is the way we do it. That means here that if I have the prior day's low sitting at 472, but I have the pre-market low sitting at 458. I would rather price action beat the 458, right? And then get myself a long put, play the downside here, not fulfill the entire move here for the dead cat bounce. I think I would start realizing profits right down here, right? I think that would be pretty much a 20 to 30% gainer if it does have enough volatility towards that downside, right? So this is the way I would play it, all right, team? Know that there are ways to play in the market. Know that there are several instruments that you can use against your price action, right? So GME currently moving on its way down to, it's about to test, it's already below its pre-market low, so this is about to test its $31. As soon as this thing breaks the pre-market low, short sellers enter a little heavier, which is why it's increasing the rate of change right now, right? So notice this on the hourly time frame. We're already getting an uptick of volatility. That usually means that transactions are speeding up right now and they are towards the downside, right? So far, it's just a look below. If you're just getting a look below for now, that usually means that it could be a fake out, okay? But if it's not a fake out, let it continue to that prior day's low, and then that will tell you if this move to the downside is real or not, right? So we still have around 21 minutes to close the hourly time frame on GME. This means that there's still time in the clock for this to determine whether it's going to do a quick little fake out, liquidity grab on the shorts here, move to the upside, and then get the closure of the prior day's gap, right? So that's going to take us all the way back up to that area of about 39.54. We still have that in line. Now remember, the valuation, the opening valuation for the candle today is $34. The average true range on my indicator here is $6.24. So if we're able to get $6 in ATR, where would that take us? So let's go ahead and just look at this, right? So it's opening at $34. What is this target right here at the gap close from the prior day's close? Well, that's right. It's pretty close to $40, right? That tells you that it's close to $6 in ATR. So we could actually make a retracement here all the way back up as soon as we complete the downside move first, right? So if we get that downside move first, that's going to tell you that roughly around, let's say, 8:45 PST, that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11:45 Eastern time. So 11:45 Eastern time is usually when the algorithms in the broader market switch. Okay, so it's actually during the NYSE lunch, but usually at 11:45 Eastern time, the algorithms switch from a sell algorithm to a buy algorithm, and then that starts to reverse price broader market wide. Okay, not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people are in the know of just things like that. Okay, so all right, please go ahead and refer to this area here. I'm just going to go ahead and show you myself here. So go ahead and take a look at my screen, and your landing pad was right here, right? So I can actually see that you just opened up right here. I think this is you, right? So thank you so much for joining the team. Make sure that you can come out of the landing pad here and come down to the trading floor, click on the trading floor, and then you'll enter the area like this where you'll see everybody inside. Now, when you are doing this, I don't know if you're on a mobile device or on a computer, but if you're on a computer, hit the top area here. This is going to be your chat button, and you're going to notice the entire team talking right now. Okay, if you're on a mobile device, click the bottom, and then you'll see the chat, the text bubble, and you'll see your mic. Make sure to mute your mic when you get in so that you're not bleeding into the stream for now. All right, so make sure to do that, and I think you will be good. All right, welcome to the team. Thank you so much for coming on by. Really appreciate you, my brother. So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here and see what's good in the hood, right? So team, thank you so much, everybody, for coming on by once again. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to do anything and necessary possible to get it, or anything, guys, anything. Get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive, right? I'm going to go ahead and put here once again the chat, the ARCa Bulls Trading Team link. YouTube, please make sure to click on that link. Join the team today. This is what we're doing every single morning, right? So this is just a preview of it. I want you guys to be aware over what we do in the mornings and how we plan this, and then we'll go ahead and continue on with our days. Know that just because it's YouTube right now, I'm being a little more vocal than normal. Usually when we're trading inside of the floor, the rest of the team actually does speak, right? The other traders will speak up a lot more. Right now, it's just because I got to show the showmanship. I got to do my thing. I got to do that little dance with you, right? So I got to make sure that you guys are aware over how we're making this happen day in and day out. All right, you guys. So thank you so much again for coming by. Please make sure to hit that like button so we can engage the algorithm and bring in some more of the retail so we can show them how the broader markets behave intraday every day. All right, team. So thank you so much. Let's go ahead and now take a look at a few other tickers. But first, let me just get a little bit of a sip of water here, team. Let's see what's up. Oh, yeah. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY and see how this is affecting GME and AMC, right? So the SPY actually did come up, right? It did come up just a little bit more, and it just came back down, right? So now it just made a new high on the day of 530.33, and it just came back down, and it looks like that also affected a little bit of GME and AMC here as it comes down too. Take a look at that. See what I mean? So now we have to pay attention to things like this, guys. Okay? And if we're not paying attention to them, then we're going to be a little stuck, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this one more time. The SPY has enough room to fall into the 529.78 before a bounce to the upside. When the SPY gets that bounce to the upside, that can help GME and AMC make a recovery overall towards that upside. But please know that we still haven't combated the outsides or the outskirts of the prior day's close, or here in this example for AMC, the pre-market low. We are still trading within that range, and we're still not executing any trades because of that reason. Same thing here for the SPY. If we look at this in the 12-hour time frame, prior day's low is actually right down into this level. Oh, there's no way we're going to see that. Prior day low is right down here at 529.19. All right, so that means that we use the pre-market low, right, you guys? So let's go ahead and get that hourly time frame in there. Your pre-market low is currently sitting at around that 529.68, right? So actually, you know what? We could be, 529.68 is your pre-market low. This is going to be the zone that you would consider some type of position, and then beating this area here of 530.88, this would give you the potential entry for a long. Notice how we still haven't moved outside of that range, and also it is confluent to the same thing that's happening within GME and AMC. It's still trading within its day's range. We have not moved outside of it, exactly how the SPY is behaving. This is why we use major indices to tell us to move over the underlying assets and tell us exactly how they can behave. Remember, guys, the GME asset and AMC, they are not impervious to the moves of the broader markets. This is why we use the broader markets to determine if we're going to be able to continue to the upside or not. And this is why you're noticing a very confluent range within AMC and GME, not moving outside of its day's range, right? So here are the bounds, right? Remember, the yellow lines are the prior day low and prior day high. AMC, same situation. Prior day low, prior day high. Look at the price action in between, right? GME, right in between as well. And the SPY, right in between as well. So that means that we have a consolidation phase right now. There is no entry. We're noticing that volatility is actually coming from the other plays that we've been noticing, right? Please remember that this still has huge upside, except that I don't think that we're going to be able to catch the areas beyond these targets today. I got really close to that target. It looks like we were going to be able to get that 21.89, but it came up to just about 20 cents, still not combating that top end just yet. Okay, team, so please be careful in the markets here. I want you to be able to take profits when they are available, and we'll be able to get long or short an asset when it is necessary. Currently speaking, AMC is still sitting within that range. Another thing that we should be paying attention to, team, is the bigger market mover. You're going to say, what? There's a bigger market mover than the S&P 500? Hell yes, there is, and it's called the NASDAQ. The Qs, right? If we are taking a look at those, these are likely going to be the reason that the entire market start moving, right? Why would that be a possibility? First of all, NASDAQ has under it the Nvidia asset, right? And it has all of the, well, guys, if you get GPUs, if you get the semiconductors to start moving an upside, that means that the majority of the Qs are going to start moving up too, thus moving the S&P 500, thus moving GME and AMC too. So we have to take a look at tickers like Nvidia, right? Nvidia will be having earnings here pretty soon, and it will show and display to us some strength. Take a look at this right now, right? It's currently trying to beat its pre-market high. Guys, we are now sitting at about, let's see, just about 12 minutes shy of the first 30 minutes. If I were you, I would not gain any position here until we validate closures. What do I mean by that? Make sure that we can get some closures above the pre-market high. The pre-market high is located right about here. This is now a breakout play, right? Just like this. Go ahead and mark your pre-market high like this, right? 1 minute and 55 seconds for that 5-minute time frame to close. Notice that we have every major moving average below it just as good, right? So if this is going to continue to the upside, this will pressure the Qs up. This will pressure the S&P up, thus pressure GME and AMC up. Look at what AMC is already doing. Remember, it's a lighter weight, so it could do that based on the Nvidia move. We're waiting for the closure of the 1 minute and 30 seconds to make sure that this is not a fake out, right? We do not want to get faked out. This is usually when we're able to pick up some type of position here to get long. So it would be honestly for me, because this asset is so damn expensive, I can't afford to buy shares on this. So you're saying, ARCa, you're trading Nvidia? Yeah, I'm trading Nvidia, but not at the valuations that you think. I don't have that kind of a bankroll, team. So I'm going to go ahead and open up options contracts against my position for this, right? So let me just go ahead and open up here my positions for the stock and see what's good in the hood, right? All right, so I'm gonna take a look at the Nvidia flow, and it looks like we have some next day expiries on this. Of course, we're gonna use the next days in order for us to scalp the range, and that is it. Nothing else. If I am gonna trade for a longer day trade, that means that I'm gonna be able to trade at a later expiry, maybe the May 24th, to keep it safe. Zachariah, good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming on by. So, guys, also pay attention, right? Pay attention to see if any of these tickers are reacting towards what we're facing here with Nvidia. Nvidia pulling back. Of course, we're noticing AMC and GME pulling back. We're going to notice as well that the SPY is going to have a little bit of trouble getting up there too, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Nvidia again. 9 seconds to close this 5-minute candle here. What you want to do is get the 50% retrace back down to the 954.84. Then you want the candle to break the 958.16, get long, and then realize your profits as you're going up, right? So next thing to notice that this thing has a $33 ATR. That means that this can rally $33 based on your call out, right? So what I'm looking at here is presently the 970 strikes for the May 17th expiry options contracts, and that would be something that I would like to see break above the 958.21. In fact, I would like to see 958.80, maybe 958.90 before I continue the position, because this could still fake out, okay, team? But this is looking incredibly bullish. We have all major moving averages facing towards the upside. We have all the major moving averages below us as well. We're looking at the retrace first to that 954.94, and then we're looking for the breakout out of the 958.16. Get long this asset and use your discretion for this. Right now, the current ATR for the 5-minute time frame is $2.22. That means that we're going to be able to break this area of 958 and realize profits right around that 960. Why 960? Because it is a zone of a round number. We don't want to be in the market in that section there. So we got to realize, here's the pullback that we're looking at. This is going to be the tell here. Is it going to be able to survive it or not? Right? This is why we don't get long without confirmation. Notice here that if we would have gotten long because we're believing that it's going to break the upside, we got trapped, we got stopped, and we actually made a wrong decision. Wrong answer. We don't get long until we have confirmation. I am waiting on the trigger here, team. I myself am waiting on the trigger, right? So I did not open any position on this just yet. Cryptic Trader got a 4-point gainer on Nvidia. Why would that be possible? How could he do that? And how come you guys couldn't do that? Well, we're using direct access order routing. We could do that. We could be able to execute at one moment and take it on the next moment before anyone else on Robinhood, on Webull, on things like Moomoo, eToro, whatever that is. We can nail it a lot faster than anyone else. Okay, guys, so that's currently what we do. Now, notice that this is pulling back here, right? It's playing some games with retail. What is it doing to GME? Look, now GME started to break below its pre-market low. That Nvidia is facing this downside. Look at AMC now starting to enter that critical zone too. We have to pay attention to the broader markets and to the things that actually affect the broader market price action. Okay, team? This is the way it works every single day. We make sure to pay attention to the things that have the higher weight in the markets. What do I mean by higher weight? Take a look at this. Capitalization here for the Nvidia asset is sitting at 2.38 trillion. Guys, that is roughly a freaking 3%? Is roughly a 3, maybe 4% of big tech. It's gonna move the markets. Okay, you guys, so we have to pay attention to things like that. 1 minute and 50 seconds to close below the pre-market. There is no play. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY and see what it's doing. Struggling to get up, facing some downside. GME struggling to get down there, still facing consolidation. Same thing with AMC. I want you to look at the markets differently than how the rest of retail looks at the markets, right? I don't want you going after the $34 burger. Make sure to join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Hit that link in the chat because I'm going to be disappearing here in about 10 minutes and I'm going to be back to the trading team in private. All right, you guys, the reason why I do this in private is because I can be a little more open about my positions, about my entries, and about my exits as well. All right, this is why I do it inside of there, guys. It's a little bit better. It's a little more freedom for me to be able to do my thing. So that's why I want you guys to join me and the rest of the team and see what's up inside of the trading team. All right, you guys, remember, I'm going to do these once in a blue moon. All right, so this is not an everyday thing. I just want you to see exactly the way we're moving and we're progressing and reacting day in and day out, right? So guys, CoinFox is actually sharing with us some very important information. Since you're trading with the trading team right now, I'm going to include you into the trading room talk. Go ahead and take a look at this. CoinFox is telling us there's Theta Burn Thursday. Scalping shares only for me today. Remember what I just told you 15 minutes ago when we were looking at the breakout for Nvidia. I had expressed to you that I'm going to use the next day expiries to scalp the range only. I will not hold the position here because that is what the markets are asking for right now. It is not asking for position hold for long periods of time. It is asking for scalp trades. That means that we're going to be able to capitalize on our longer holds using the immediate short-term time frame entry and exit criteria. So this is exactly what he was saying right here, right? Theta Burn Thursday. Tomorrow, guys, it's going to be the ultimate theta, which is called time decay, right? That's going to be putting out all of those major options out of the money because of the theta burn. Okay, you guys, so please be very careful how you trade the financial markets. If you don't know exactly how that works, use a community. I don't care if it's not me. Just make sure to use a community that's consistent. Make sure to use a community that expresses honest opinions and has a good team backing it and has good vibes, right? So make sure to switch over to whoever you want. Just make sure to forward test them. Is that girl or guy good, right, with their trading? Do they have a supporting community or not? All of that stuff matters. Make sure to hit that link in the description so that you can join me and the rest of the team every single day, right, you guys? I'm just going to go ahead and remind you one more time. Do not use your phone to go to the server shop right up here, okay? Do not use your phone because it's going to tell you that it's not available through mobile device. Use your laptop or PC, right? Subscribe to the channel or the server, and then everything will be accessible on your phone. Everything will. Okay, just the subscription package is gonna have to be through your PC. Okay, that's Discord. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Until we figure out a better system, we're gonna go ahead and still, we're still gonna have to go ahead and fall subject to that, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at FFIE, right? A lot of people talking about this ticker, and it did have a massive upside. I cannot believe it. It is breaking above its current high of about 98.25. We were talking yesterday about valuations all the way up to a potential $1.70 to $2 even, okay? This still has more room to go, but I will tell you that it's completely overextended, and it is 100% a huge gamble at this point. I will remain risk off. Right, so yes, we actually expressed that in the trading room just a little bit earlier to Federico. AMC to issue another 190 million. Yes, that is absolutely true. Guys, that is 100% true. Right now, people should be rethinking whether they should just realize the potential loss that they have on AMC and gain entry a little bit later, or weather the storm for now. Guy, that you know what AMC is capable of too. Okay? You know what AMC is capable of. You got to be very, very, very careful with the way you progress in the markets, okay, team? I really want to express my appreciation for you guys coming out yet again and showing support to the ARCa Bulls trading, right? So this is presently what FFIE is looking like, right? Breaking above its prior day's high, its pre-market high, and it's now suggesting a continuation to the upside here. And we do have resistance quite literally at 119 to about 133. This thing is absolutely on crack. Wow. Guys, if you were able to get in on any of these callouts from the ARCa Bulls trading, you will be already massively in the money using tickers like FFIE and PEGI that made a 140% move in the pre-market. Huge upside. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on by. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Really love you guys. And I guess you know what? This thing is just, you can see here that we're still trading within that range. Nvidia is now recovering, and notice how GME is also recovering alongside AMC, right? So yeah, we're noticing that the heavyweight inside of the markets is showing us strength overall, not just for itself, also for everything else. All right, team. So this is why I want you to join the team, so that you can see how this is, how the markets behave. There is a time to enter. There is a time to exit. Guys, I don't even know how to tell you, right? But I appreciate you guys for coming out one more time. I'm going to go ahead and just switch off here and turn off the stream and go on to the ARCa Bulls trading team. And I'm going to be focusing with them right now. Okay, team? Make sure to join the team by hitting that link in the description. And please remember, I'm still offering a condensed version of my ARCa Bulls trading course. Reach out to me. ARCa Bulls. Actually, you know what? Let's do the ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. And I'll be able to send you ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. I'll be able to send you the disclaimer, the syllabus, and everything necessary for you to know exactly what's going to happen. I've condensed it from a 19-week mentorship down to a 4 to 5 week mentorship program. Okay, team? Make sure to send me an email, and I'll be able to get you in the know. All right? So, yeah, team, thank you so much for coming on out. If any questions, you know where to reach me. But for now, it's just for now. Goodbye for now, all right? Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold, guys, listen to that, any assets whatsoever, okay? I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your day, and I'll catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.